Hello everyone, my name's Asa Wilson and I am the founder of Romany Custom Catapults, or RCC. What I do is build, shoot and host catapult tournaments. How I got into catapults, well, back in the day I started making wooden catapults, which has kind of evolved into what I do today. Making the catapults, basically, I seen some stuff that I liked and I thought to myself, I'd like to have a go at it. I've always been good with my hands, I like building stuff, I like creating things, so yeah, I just decided to cut a few branches down and make wooden catapults like that, and then it kind of went from there, to which then, after about 2 years of doing that, I've kind of now changed into a lot more modern stuff. I'm working with my own designs and a lot more modern composite materials, but it's just evolved over the course of 6-7 years. Everything is completely handmade. The machines I use are very basic machines, and I'd like to think it's attention to detail. Put it this way, if it leaves my shop, then I'm very, very happy with it, which means everyone else will be over the moon with it, because my standards are always higher for myself than anyone else. From a building side of it, I want to build bigger and more expensive stuff. I pride myself in doing things that other people can't or haven't. So I want to build catapults for, well, thousands of pounds. I want to use more expensive material. I know it might sound crazy to a lot of people to have catapults for that money, but it doesn't necessarily bother me if they sell or not. Just creating that type of catapult with gold and various other rare materials. We've not peaked just yet. We've got plenty of time for improving and going further. I know they've been something that travellers have always had. Well, look, I was introduced to one at 8 years old. Travellers like a bit of hunting and field sports and stuff like that, so catapults goes hand in hand with that, really. So yeah, but it's always been a more old-fashioned thing with travellers. Nowadays, with the more modern stuff, we can get away with a lot lighter bands, a lot lighter ammo, and still do the job. We can still kill if you want to hunt. It's progressed a whole hell of a lot. The tournaments that we put on, well, I'm a founder member of the England Slingshot Federation, the ESF. We put shoots on. We've already put a shoot on in Cheltenham this year. It was our spring shoot. It's an open tournament. We had people come from 11 different countries, which is the biggest event we've done and the UK has ever seen, quite frankly. So yeah, the tournament side of it has really kicked off. It's gone from strength to strength, and I can see it getting stronger and stronger. I've shot in 2 countries. Well, if you class Ireland, Scotland and Wales as separate countries as well, as we should, I've shot in well, 6 or 7 different countries. Well, what's good about the catapult community is there's a lot of friendship there. People use the catapult shoots to meet up with people that they've not seen for ages. It's like-minded people. There's not really any animosity there. It's just a friendly bunch of people. You ask anyone for advice, you'll get advice. I find also, obviously being a gypsy myself, it's great for integration. You get to know different cultures. People get to know our culture as well, which is a really good thing. I mean, people struggle to understand what we're about, whereas with catapults, you've got something in common immediately. It brings a lot of people together, even from abroad. It can bring us together, so I think it's brilliant for integration. For someone that's not shot a catapult before, to get involved, I'd recommend going on Facebook, looking up the ESF catapult group. From there you'll find other groups. You'll just be exposed to a whole fountain of knowledge. Buy something basic. There's various brands out there that you can buy a catapult for £15 or less. You could even make one yourself. I mean, I'd like to say accuracy is 70% the shooter, 30% the frame. So your frame will play a part if you find the right catapult for you, but start something cheap just to get to know what you're doing. And listen, it can be a very complex sport, like a lot of sports can, but if you start at the bottom, listen to people, try different things, before you know it, you'll get to where you need to be, and then it's just about practice. Practice, practice, practice. So here's a catapult I've just finished. So the most important thing now is to put it through its paces and make sure it works. There's not many travelling boys that hasn't had a catapult in their hand at some point as a youth.